guys, it's Stephanie Grams. I wanted to show you our website, and you'll take notice of the search bar at sewpreneur.com. And if you were on the StephanieGrams.com website at all, you'll see that this actually mirrors that website. So if you happen to go to this Sewpreneur, just scroll down and you can get the free newsletter and ebook right there. It will be changing this summer. This is just a one-page stop for you. Basically, what I've done is I have created short access tabs. So if you wanted to take a memory bear workshop, you can take that online, where I walk you through taking orders, having your customers design their own bear, or you taking notes. So, anyways, I basically teach you how to do that from question, taking the intake with your customer all the way through producing a memory bear that they will love to have. The other class is the introductory course is starting a memory bear and keepsake sewing business right for you. That is, I think, like a $20 class. It's super affordable, and it really, I go through it with you. I think that was taped live with some of my other students, where we really go into detail about whether or not this is a right business for you to pursue with your passion of sewing and helping others, and some warnings of what to look for in yourself and a potential customer. So we do go through that. And here's the book I wrote, The Ultimate Guide for Memory Bear and Sentimental Sewing Business Owners. You can just click on these pictures to take you wherever you need to go. I do have the sewing business coaching up. I also offer the virtual services. That's if you need help writing content for your articles, your blogs, press releases, things of that sort. So I do help with the freelance writing part. And then I have a link to my Etsy shop. The Etsy shop is where I host the PDF of my book, and also the sewing planner pages, and I've shown that in several of my other videos, and I can update that for you if you need that. All right. So that's pretty much the Sewpreneur. Again, you can have the free newsletter with the ebook. And let's see if I can't bring up my other StephanieGrams.com. Let's see if that will come up for us. Give me one second. And while we're waiting on that, there's other tabs on the Sewpreneur. It talks about my LLC, which is Sewing with Steam LLC. I do have a sewing supply store, which is full of affiliate links to products that I enjoy using. And I talk about the earnings disclaimer. I have a link to the blog. Okay, so now we're up. So this is just StephanieGrams.com. It's very simple. It's one page. It's my one page, um, not really portfolio, but I mean, you can kind of look at it that way if you'd like to. So I call it a one page portfolio. And, I offer different types of services to sewing business owners or aspiring sewing business owners. So I thought I would just go ahead and brand this page to be very simple and talk about everything that I offer. It's literally um, just in case you need to find me online. Um, I have the online service provider information, which is the freelance writing, and then the online sewing businesses. So definitely look there if your business needs some type of services provided. I have been an online business manager slash virtual assistant in some form or manner since 2006. Sometimes I walk away from it, and for a little while I did retire from that to pursue a different field, but I was still in the background working for myself. So since 2006, I have been with all kinds of technology. Sorry, I keep messing with my headset. I eventually will get a different microphone, and then I won't have to put this on my head. All right. So, are you a sewing entrepreneur, which is a sewpreneur, which means sewing entrepreneur? So, we were just on the sewpreneur.com website, and that is where you can get your free ebook when you sign up for my newsletter. Scrolling down, I have the sewing business books and planners. Those are on my Etsy shop as of today, which is May 16th, 2022. There's a link to the online memory bear sewing classes. I do not sew a memory bear for you, but what I do is I have shown you certain tips and tricks that I use when I sew memory bears. So there are some sewing videos of me sewing together a memory bear, but not from start to finish. That is something that can be found online, but I focus mainly on the business behind a memory bear business. Let me see here. And I'm available for media. So if you need a guest blogger or a podcasting guest, if you just want to interview me for your newsletter or newspaper, or magazine, I'm here for that. I did have to put on this disclaimer at the bottom, which is always fun. All right. So we are going to go to Google, and we are going to look up different careers for a sewpreneur. Now, you may own a sewing business, and that sewing business may strictly be for products that you create and sell. Or you might be a sewing business owner where you're looking for contract work. So, what we're going to do is sewing business careers, and we'll say online. Let's see what comes up. We're going to scroll past all of these ads and just see what comes up for us. Here's a contract seamstress or tailor. There's a manager for global category development. I'm not really sure what they offer, but we can certainly look at that. Here's a senior product marketing manager for Notions. We're going to scroll down to Upwork. All right, so let's see if Upwork, it's similar to Indeed, but let's just see if Upwork has anything posted. Let's see here. Here's a prototype blanket custom sewing job. It's a fixed price at $350. There's one that says looking for a seamstress to sew a simple linen. Let me get out of this first. Linen dress and top. Here's somebody looking for a talented tailor. Sew small envelope style pillow covers with elastic straps. Says I need a small envelope style pillow covers with an elastic strap attached. They're made of shiny nylon spandex, four-way stretch material. Um, that's interesting. Here's a pattern and sample maker for a men's peacoat. It says a fixed price of $4,500, and they're only looking for New York City based people. So definitely click on the see more if you are interested in that. All right, here we have sew shorts from example piece, less than 30 hours. Okay, this person right here said, I need very simple shorts sewn. They are demo samples. I can provide a sample, but I don't have a pattern. So you might end up having to create the pattern yourself. Definitely be leery of that because that's out of your scope for sewing. That would be something that you would consider being paid at least for two different and separate um, jobs. You would either be sewing those, and this is just an example, right? I didn't even click on Seymour, but um, let's just look for something here. This person said they did not have a pattern. Well, that tells me that you would have to spend your time making the pattern. right? Because if they're going to supply you with a pair of shorts, but they don't have the pattern, that means you're going to have to deconstruct those shorts and create your own pattern. So I would not apply for this job myself unless I would maybe email them and say, you know what, you would pay me X amount of dollars for making the pattern, and then X amount of dollars for sewing the shorts. So definitely read the job descriptions and pay attention to this, because you don't want to work for somebody that is going to not pay you for every single part of that job. Okay. So definitely look at the descriptions before applying for any type of sewing work. All right, let's see here. And if this is a route you want to take in with your sewing business or seamstress or tailor, um, maybe make some prototypes of your own to show people what it is that you sew and what your talent is. Um, just an idea here. Here is required PPE illustration. We're creating a sign that can be posted at a technical facility. I don't really know why they would want somebody with sewing for that. Um, that might they might have listed in the wrong place. Let's see here. I need to hire a fashion designer to design and create. So right there's two. You have to design it and create the dresses. At $750, that's totally up to you if that's something that you want, but that's not much money if you have to design and create 3 to 4 dresses for a plus size person. Um, let's see what this is. The job description says, I need to hire a fashion designer to design and create 3 to 4 dresses for me. I am a size US 22-24, so someone who specializes in plus size is desired. If I love your work, we can do more together. Perhaps we could start out with a few statement pieces for the dresses, then move on to an entire wardrobe. I'm not too familiar with fashion design, but I have themes and designs in mind. It will have to be a true collaboration with someone willing to work in layman's terms with me. All right, let's see here. The fixed price is $750. You know, myself, first of all, I don't enjoy sewing clothes, but I would charge 750 just to do the designing before I would even charge to do the sewing myself. So, um, don't be so desperate to take any job. It's better to really know what you want to do. So, just be careful when you're looking at these jobs. All right. Direct to garment printer made to measurement and custom. Here's a job for a seamstress for garment samples. A swimwear seamstress skilled. Experienced tailor and seamstress. This is just what I found on Upwork. There's probably additional work on here, and you can definitely sign up. Okay, so now we're going to go back to this tab. Let's get out of this one. Okay, and now we are going to. All right, well, here's Indeed. Let's see what Indeed has for us. Hey, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join me on my YouTube channel. That's where you will be seeing this video. And let's see here. All right. Freelance seamstress. You'll be responsible for construction sorry. You will be responsible for constructing garments in both the sample and production process. That's $20 an hour. They say you need 2 years sewing preferred day shift. It is posh.fem, and it's a woman's contemporary clothing brand located in DMV metropolitan area. They say to go to poshfem.com. So, I don't know. Um, Here is production team associate for sewing. It's remote, but you have to be in Riverview, Florida for that. Here's the glamorous cowgirl in Apache Junction, Arizona. Jack Pack Industrial Seamstress. It says remote. Not really sure how that would work if it's remote. Let's see here. ABC Solutions provides innovative employment services for adults with limited or significant disabilities. We have recently partnered with Jackpack, a luxury lifestyle company that will have you looking your best. Through our company internship program, you can learn the ins and outs of being a seamstress by utilizing resources, training seminars, excuse me, certifications, and lots more to help you achieve career services. They're looking to employ an experienced seamstress to mend, alter, and construct garments and other fabric made articles according to the customer's needs. The seamstress's responsibilities include replacing buttons, zippers, pockets, and linings, adding padding and shaping materials to garments, and modifying garment styles based on customers' specifications. You should also be able to estimate the cost of constructing various garments, taking into account the amount of time and materials required. This is where your math comes in. If you know me and STEAM, you need to get some math in. All right, so let's see here. It's saying it's remote, but I honestly don't know how that is part. It's saying part-time intern, Monday through Friday night shift. Just make sure you read through all the fine print when you're looking for any job, but especially this one. There's several, like here's one in Nashville, Tennessee for a tailor or seamstress. All right, here's experienced seamstress tailor. It says remote and it says part-time. So let's look at this one. Oops. Once it loads. All right, the job description. Hiring experienced seamstress tailor to do alterations, piecework in your home in Virginia. So you have to live in Virginia. Paid by the piece, flexible schedule, must have own sewing machine, smoke-free home, reliable transportation to pick up and return completed pieces to store. Although this is a work from home position, looking for a local candidate in the Tidewater, Virginia area. The person hired must pick up items to alter from the store at the 23321 zip code and return the completed items in person. All right, so it's saying that it's commission pay. So this is a red flag for me only because you're using your own machine. So now you need to make sure that whatever you're sewing and the time that is spent will cover the expense and maintenance of your sewing machine. If obviously if you have to replace your machine or you have to have it uh, serviced, that's money out of your pocket. Also, this job description does not say anything about whether or not they're going to pay for the fabric and materials that are needed. I mean, it's saying that you need to pick up and drop off the items, but does that include everything needed? Does that include thread? Because thread is not cheap. And good thread is not cheap. Cheap thread is cheap, and you don't want to use cheap thread. What about the gas? Because they want you to drive there and pick it up. and then drive it back to them. So then you've got fuel expenses, which is considered mileage. So look up for your state. This is saying Tidewater, Virginia area, and they give you the zip code. So type in mileage reimbursement for that zip code. Let me see if I can pull that up for you without freezing my window. All right, let's go here. Mileage reimbursement 2022 calculator. All right. Here's a you would have to do the mileage from the zip code that they gave you to your address where you're working and back. So definitely look that up. Um I was just looking for a basic like mileage reimbursement. What is the basic mileage reimbursement 2022? Again, then you have the wear and tear on your car. And because you would be conducting business with your car, either use a car that's directly for your business, or if you're using your family vehicle and mixing that with business, you have to look into the whole tax considerations and also um, the liability. I know with my car insurance, if I use my family vehicle for anything business related, I mean, not really shopping, but if I were to deliver items and things like that, I have to have special insurance. So it might depend on your car and where you live. But here it's saying beginning January 1st, it's 58.5 cents per mile for your business. So you need to consider that too if you are going to take any type of sewing um, deliveries, pickup or delivery for your business. So definitely consider all of this. I hope this video was useful for you as a sewpreneur or an aspiring sewpreneur. Please reach out to me. Let me know how I can help you answer your questions. Again, it's StephanieGrams. Have a great day, and I will try to sign off. We'll see how this works.